Y'all gotta know the difference between anti-bullshit and toxic.
Hey everybody, I'm B Maurice. On this channel here, we talk about culture, we talk about lifestyle. And if that sounds good to you, then hit that like, hit that subscribe, and let's go. So I was scrolling through TikTok and I saw this video here, and it made me start thinking about certain things, certain hindrances that we have in our relationships with people. Now, before I get started this whole thing, this is not for you to take to your boyfriend or to your girlfriend and to throw these things in their face, but it's something for you to consider about yourself and probably how you move forward. This is about relationships. I've been married for 4 years, and we've been together for 8. So I'm trying to share something that we learned. We've been through a lot of growing pains. So if this video can help you, that's great. The thing is that we live in a time right now where accountability is not a word that we like to use. And because we have to use the word accountability or be accountable to anybody, to anything, there are certain words that we start to use now to show our strength that really show conflict. And so I thought this video, one of my friends shared it, and we're going to look at it. And it's a TikTok video, a lady talking about, I guess, why she's single and how people call her toxic and the difference between toxic. So let's go ahead and look at the first part of it. Let's go.
I'm not gonna play with you. You gonna do right by me.
So the first thing we got right there is that she said, you're going to do right by me. And now I'm not saying anybody should be in an abusive relationship or in any type of relationship that causes them pain. But to say you're going to do right by me, well, do you also offer that same thing to that other person? You know what I'm saying? Are you going to do right by them, or is it just your way? And as you move forward, it kind of sounds like, well, it's her way or the highway. Because of other words for you that we're going to break down a little bit more. So let's keep going.
Period. I'm assertive.
The first word she used here was assertive. And to use the word assertive it's a funny word because we use it in the business world to mean a go-getter. But a lot of times when you're assertive, you either cross boundaries, or you're impatient, or you're doing things that kind of make the other person uncomfortable. So for instance, you know what I'm saying, maybe it's that you asked me to do something because I didn't do it. You felt the need to come, or I didn't do it right when you asked, I should say. You felt the need to come at me and to try to talk down to me as if you were my mother. That's not how this works. Or maybe assertiveness is your way of that, argumentative, because so once again, you didn't like something, so because you didn't like it, you don't care about the other person's perspective at all, or their feeling at all. You're gonna come talk about it. Assertiveness has a very it's a quarter, and we'll talk about the quarter rule, where I have a buddy, and he's very, very smart, and a lot of times when he does something, that people call him very cunning. But on the flip side of that coin, it's manipulative. And so you have to figure out where you're at on that coin, because sometimes what's called cunning or a mastermind can be manipulative as well. So
I'm headstrong. I'm independent. I don't got time for nobody's bullshit.
she's talking about this idea that she's headstrong. And headstrong means stubborn. Period. That's what it means. It means that you don't care. That's why I went back to the idea when she said her first statement was that you gotta do right by me. If you're headstrong, you're stubborn, and my perspective doesn't count. Well, if you think that you're always right, then no, we don't have anywhere to go from here, right? We have to give and take in the situation. Relationships is about give and take, and so if if you're going to be stubborn and try to fight on everything, I don't need that. Especially, black men who deal with so much in the world in the first place. If you're in corporate America, or you're in a form of America that doesn't usually have black men in there, there's a lot of pressure on you. And for someone to sit there and kind of be like, then come home and have to deal with that same stress, you don't want to deal with that. You want someone that you can really rely on and be there. You want someone who's going to be your peace and not give you a piece of their mind. You know what I'm saying? But I think it is a little bit more telling here.
That's not mean. That's not toxic. You niggas are used to weak ass bitches.
Now, this is where we get a little bit further. Now, because we don't agree, or you might have some conflict with somebody, now you're dealing with niggas and you're dealing with weak ass bitches. You don't know these people from Man on the Moon. You know, all of a sudden now being comforting, being warm, being sincere is now a weak ass. Yeah. And that's not cool. Now, she goes on to talk about that, that's not toxic, and that's not mean, that's, all sort of stuff. But the way that you go about these things does show that. Now, we have men that do the same thing, and we're going to talk about them in another video, but this video is just about women and how they tend to take these badges and not realize that they're saying things that are counterintuitive to what they want to present. You don't want to be these things. You have to understand what you're dealing with, especially that when you look for a high quality man, and not high value. We're not on the Kevin Samuels the way we're like being disrespectful to him, but when you want that kind of high quality man, you have to understand that they don't want to be knocking heads or having to prove that point. So they just want to come back and just be still. It took a long time for my family to get there as well, but it can happen, and it makes life a lot smoother when you have a man who you're not fighting with, and you allow him to do the thing that he needs to do, and he puts you in those plans, and it allows everything to run so much smoother. But tell me what you think. I'm B Maurice, and I'm out. Peace.